That's all I'm saying. You've got a genuine mental illness. We are going to go to the first Saturday afternoon game at the G. It is the Collingwood Magpies versus the Gold Coast Suns. Now, this is a really, really intriguing game for mine. I'll be sitting down to watch this one. Mm-hmm. You probably wouldn't have 6 weeks ago thought, what's the point? But Pies are in all sorts. This is a team that genuinely looks beaten. Mm-hmm. All the chats around Buckley's gone. I don't know of any one player at the Pies at the minute who's getting good press. Everyone's copping it in the ring. From the coach, from the president all the way down. Mm-hmm. Now, that sort of negativity, well, we've seen with the Crows in recent times what that does.
Just drowning.
We've seen with GWS as well, a little bit of that, but this is, the Pies are very gettable. And for a team like the Suns that are now coming in off of a really good unexpected win over what
wasn't unexpected for two blokes at this table, was it?
Hey, the Des Dog of the Week, baby. Hits all the time. I'm like 5 of 6.
And we were confident. We were real confident.
I think Sydney are almost done, but that's another
story for another segment.
Go the Suns.
It is indeed. Look, Suns got up, obviously, and it was not just got up, they got up. Mm-hmm. They got up.
Yeah.
They got up.
I was not surprised at halftime when they were like 4 goals up at halftime. I'm thinking they're about to roll them big time here. And you know the Desticles were tingling.
Always a bad sign.
Always.
You know what was the best part of that win, though? No new injuries. No new injuries. Nice. And blokes like Anderson. Anderson went to another level in that game. Mm-hmm. That was his best game I think he's ever played. Yeah, but
and they're just getting about with no ruck.
They don't care.
How does it work? I didn't understand it.
Who gives a crap? Pointless.
Well, yeah.
But they're likely to get one back. Zach Smith looking like he's going to be ready either this week or next.
I suspect he does another week in the twos, but if he's not playing, then boy, oh boy, is Grundy going to eat. But having said that, I don't think that's going to matter too much. And I'll state why, because I think Sinclair was rucking for the Swans on the weekend. The dude had something like 51 hit-outs. That's just stupid. Mm-hmm. Did it matter? No. And you say, oh yeah, but the hit-outs, it gets first use for the midfield. I would typically agree.
Yep.
If you look at the stats from that Sydney game, I think 4 of the top 6 disposal getters for that game was Kennedy, Parker, Mills, and Lloyd. Mm-hmm. And they still lost by 40 points.
Look, I said it weeks ago. A lot of that comes down because the Suns' defense is actually elite. Like they've got a seriously good
stingy.
They've got a seriously good back line, and they're just rolling the Tiger strategy of just popping an extra midfielder in the centre, and if they're not getting the not getting the clearances, they're making you earn it big time. So
genuinely, and I would put it to you that the Swans midfield is performing a lot better than the Pies at the minute, which is ballsy to say because Sidey, I love Sidey. We all love Pendles.
We all do, yeah. Everyone
but
does.
after Sidey and Pendles, it's now fallen away, hasn't it?
Pendlebury was making mistakes as well, and like that fourth quarter, Pendlebury turned the ball over more than I've ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. And I love Pendlebury. I'm a big rider on the Pendlebury train. And if he's making mistakes...
But the thing is, he has to wind down at some point.
Does he?
Pendlebury.
I mean, how old is he now? 32?
And he's looking every bit of it. He's
the last couple of weeks, but mentally what's that doing,
He's still getting stats, but he can't carry that midfield on his back anymore. And Sidebottom's doing his bit, but after that, like you said, it's just falling away. Like they were running Josh Thomas through there on the weekend. That's just disgusting.
I think I saw Big Jackie Moon go through the wing at some point. Yep. Jack Magin, if I saw correctly.
He did not have a good game, but they're young kids like Rantau, great ball winner at VFL level, plays in the forward pocket. Finley McRae looked all right in that fourth quarter when he played on ball against the Eagles. Spent the whole day at half forward. You've got to get the kids into the middle. If you're going to suck, you might as well suck with kids. That sounds wrong. But anyway, look.
It's normally you that comes out with these.
You get what I'm saying, though.
If you're going to suck, you might as well suck with kids.
That is the most sensible thing that has ever come out.
It could have been a lot worse. I think it was just the presence of the word suck and kids in the same sentence.
Replace the with the.
He's all 6 and 7.
No,
I can't believe it.
I see what my belt's getting sweaty. I agree, though. I agree 100%.
Yeah, they've got to admit that they're struggling. Yeah. They're in a rebuild and play the kids in their preferred positions.
I would agree with you on that one. And what's interesting, you talk about preferred positions. No more in the back line now makes King a very dangerous prospect for the Suns because that Collingwood back line, blokes like Maynard and Crisp, elite. Mm-hmm. They're not tall boys. They're not big, massive intercepting defenders.
Mate, without Moore back there, Roughhead just looks lost. Absolutely lost. Cannot deal with it.
Look, he's a Starsky without a hutch.
It is.
And he needs a hutch.
Yeah.
He needs a hutch. So that'll be, I think, So King for a big bag.
You're tipping the Suns?
1-39.
Yeah, I'm on the Suns. It was very, very close to being the dog of the week, but I've got something better.
Oh, hold on. It's got to be the zebra of the week, surely.
I'm also going the Suns, so you know what that means.
consensual consensus.
Is it
I'd be very
consensual
surprised
consensus?
with this. If you told me this a couple of weeks ago, far out, I'd be surprised.
Mate.
Pies are dust.
Even like 2
just
weeks
waiting.
ago.
Just waiting.
Yeah. Heads on the block.
This will be the week.
Heads
I
on the
reckon.
block.
Multi.
What am I doing? Multi-time. All right, let's have a look. I've got five legs. I've got Josh Corbett, anytime goal scorer. Bit of a weird one, but he's had 3 in the last 2 weeks. Isaac Rankin, anytime goal scorer. I think he's about the same at the minute. Big Uncle Grundfos, 20 touches, and that alone is paying something like $1.60 or something ridiculous.
Yep.
And you'll have that. Jack Crisp, 25 plus, and I just got a bit silly with this last one. Nick Holman, 15 plus touches, and he's had that the last 2 weeks that he's been in.
If you're ever going to do it, it's against the Pies. What I'll add to that, Gold Coast at the line plus 12.5. Money for jam at the moment. If Gold Coast is going to get up, I think they can do the same thing they did to Sydney. And old big Chonkus Miller for 25 plus, having a career year so far. $1.45. So I love that value.
Not chonkers. That is the funniest thing I've heard.
Chonkers.
Chonkers.
He is Big Chonk Miller.
Yeah, big Chonk Miller, mate.
Oh, I love it.
We love Chonk Miller.
We love him.